Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jason. I'm your watch guy today, but you already know that because you're a long-term subscriber and you've watched a lot of my videos. That's a hint that if you're not already subscribed, you should go down into that little box there and press subscribe. Today I'm going to attempt to introduce you to some of the watches that I found on Aliexpress this month. I like to get your opinion on certain pieces that I've been looking at, that I've been considering bringing in for review. And also it is a great opportunity for you to go down into the comments and tell me about watches that I haven't picked up. We've been doing this for a year now, so if you are a subscriber, you probably have already seen one of these videos. So you know what the format is. 5 watches, all on AliExpress, and if you want to pick them up, there are affiliate links in the description. Now those links do provide me with a little bit of a kickback, however you don't pay any extra, and it all benefits the channel. All happy, aren't we? So, with that out of the way, let's talk about the first watch. Now this is what I am calling the Chrono Grand Complication. That is because, to me, that is a homage to the Patek Philippe Grand Complication. You'll have seen it before in some sort of social media post somewhere. Definitely you will be recognizing that piece. This one comes from Chrono, however, and it cost a hell of a lot less. This one comes in at £58 and a few pence. It is available with the Seagull ST1655 movement. That is an automatic movement and it has all of those date complications that you see there on the dial. Basically, it shows you all the calendar complications, including the year, the month, as well as that. It has a little moon face at the bottom. Now I say moon face, not moon phase. It is simply a day, date, moon complication, moon and sun complication, to show you whichever side of the 12 hours you're on, I guess. As well as that, year, date, day, etc, etc. Oh, and it tells the time, which is a great accompaniment for a watch, I guess. Now it does look absolutely fantastic. It does come in a couple of different dial colours and case finishing. If you wanted to pick it up, it is available on the Chrono official store. However, beware that this one does come with mineral crystal, not a sapphire. That is listed in the description of that one. I actually think it's a really lovely dress piece, and for those type of people that really want something fancy looking but don't want to play the whales, I think that is ideal for you. And if you want to go a little bit cheaper, you can also pick up the Guanxin, which is a Longines homage. You will find it on there if you just type in Guanxin. Now we know that a lot of content on YouTube at the moment, or for the last year or so, has been Rolex homages, especially when it comes down to AliExpress pieces. So today I've brought you another Rolex homage, but this one is from Cadison. Now when I started reviewing AliExpress watches, Cadison were really good players in the market. You know, they're bringing out really interesting pieces, very affordable, but they kind of dropped off for a little bit. And I think that this is a great way to reintroduce yourself to the brand. They have a Rolex Explorer homage to offer us this month. However, as well as that homage, in the same listing, you can pick up an Air King homage. Now we all know that I really love that dial. I think that is an absolutely exceptional dial from Rolex, and you won't hear me compliment them that much. I'm not the biggest fan of Rolex, but that one looks absolutely fantastic. It's packed with a sapphire crystal. Unlike the last one, it's fully stainless steel. And one thing that I really do like about the Cadison pieces, the Cadison Rolex pieces that is the chaptering is engraved with Cadison, just like you would find on a genuine Rolex piece. So I think that that adds a nice little dynamic to the watch itself, and these look absolutely fantastic. I bet you these look good on wrist. First time that I've seen an Air King homage with that dial. However, I do believe that Pagani are dropping one in the next month or so. This one is £69 on the Cadison Ali Global store. Now, it is a fantastic looking piece. One thing to be aware of though is that it is packed with a Miyota 8215 movement. I am not the biggest fan. In fact, I'm exactly the opposite. I pretty much hate them, but I know some people are okay with them. So if you're okay with that movement and you like the look of those homages, I think that one's for you. £69 is not a bad price at all with the quality of a Cadison. They play around the Pagani design area, sometimes a little bit better, sometimes a little bit not as good. You know, they're a little hit and miss depending on the model. However, the Rolex models are usually quite good quality. in my experience. Now, a watch brand that I have been watching that was a good one. A watch brand I have been watching quite adamantly lately is Aliexpress, and that's because they're releasing some really good looking watches. This one is their latest AD2113. I got that right without looking at the paper. I'm good, me. I'm professional. Now, this one in particular comes in at £149. Aliexpress have quite good quality watches. They're usually steel dive, Heimdallr type of territory, and a lot of people do quite like them from what I've seen. There's another watch reviewer called DK. Watchtower Watch Reviews is his channel if you'd like to check him out. He absolutely raves about his Aliexpress. I think he's got the Sumo. He loves the quality of it. And he's not someone that minces his words. So, I kind of trust him. This one is packed with the NH38A movement. It has that Explorer, also BB38 type of vibe to it. A very adventurous looking watch, a very adventure type watch. Not adventurous because it's a homage, but you know, like, I'd go on an adventure with this watch type of adventurous. It's available in a blue or a black dial. It has those fantastic snowflake hands, and we know they're quite popular at the moment. But one thing that I will tell you did stand out to me is that they are packing them with NH38 movements and not NH35 or 6 with a ghost date, and that says to me that they are paying attention to the quality of their pieces. Now, I don't think they would pack these with the appropriate piece if they weren't going to also pack the rest of the watch with a good quality build. So I think this one could be good. Now, it's packed with a sapphire crystal also, and if you wanted to pick one up or you wanted to have a closer look at one, it is available on the Aliexpress store, as you'd expect. I do quite often sing the praises of Aliexpress because I hear so many good things about them. I know that they play in the same territory as Steel Dive, and I do really love the quality of Steel Dive watches. In fact, they've also re-emerged lately, and I definitely need to have a look at them too. If anyone's seen any interesting ones, give me a shout. You know where to do that. Fourth on the list today is from Heimdallr. Yes, that brand that I mentioned about 3 seconds ago. Brilliant quality watches, and they've lately released a Frogman homage. If you don't know what the Frogman is, it is a Hamilton, and it's a very eccentric looking Hamilton. Now, I've had 2 of these Frogman. In fact, you know what? I've got one of these Frogman somewhere. I had 2 of them. I sold one, and I've kind of lost the other one. And I know you're thinking, Jason, how could you lose a watch that's worth the best part of £1,000? Well, with the amount of watches that I have, and yeah, it happens sometimes. I'll find it. It'll pop up somewhere. Always the last place you look, innit? Hopefully. Anyway, back to the Heimdallr. This one is £124, and it is available on the China Finny Dive Watch store on Aliexpress. That's the link in the description, and I know that's a little bit of a long name. I've checked out the reviews, and they look pretty good to me. Customers seem to be happy. So that's usually a good indication of whether a store can be trusted in the use. Now, this one comes in 3 different colour options. It comes with a red bezel, a blue bezel, and a black bezel. Now, I really like the red bezel, but I never happened to pick it up in the Hamilton. I think that this may be a way of me to scratch that itch a little bit and see if I really do like it. The Frogman style is truly the selling point of this one. That locking crown is really an attractive statement piece on wrist, and they usually do catch the eye quite a bit in my experience. One downside, packed with a Miyota 8215 movement. Now, for me, the casing, the finishing, usually that comes with Heimdallr, the overall build of the watch, usually £124 is an exceptional price. But that 8215 movement, it puts me off a little bit. So I'm quite undecided on that one. However, I do think that is a fantastic looking watch, and it is an accessible piece for the market, not something that's homaged by any other brand that I've seen, to be honest. So it's a tough one to call there, guys. Moving on to the 5th watch on my list. Now, this is usually the last one because I've put in the title and in the thumbnail top 5 watches I've been watching this month. But I've got 6. I'll explain that in a second. This one is the San Martin 62 Mass Chrono. Now, I've dubbed it the 62 Mass Chrono because it is definitely a 62 Mass style case. And I really do like the 62 Mass style cases. They're quite comfortable and they look really good. However, this one is a chronograph. We know that we don't pick up that Seiko in chronographs, so it is a nice little twist on the usual homage to that piece. So props to San Martin for doing that. I know that San Martin are stepping out of their little square more often lately, so it is nice to see that, and it's nice to see them mix it up a little bit. This one is actually packed with a movement that I really do enjoy. It's the ST1901. That is a mechanical chronograph movement. It's got that mechanical click, it's hand wound, it feels great on wrist. Yeah, I love the Seagull ST19 movements. I just feel like it is the best way for someone to access a mechanical chronograph at a budget price. Yeah, I could dedicate an entire video to the ST19s. I might do. That's an idea there. I'm going to put that in my content notes. Now, this one isn't the cheapest watch in the world. However, premium movement. San Martin is a fantastic brand on Aliexpress that really do finish their watches to an incredible level. So you know you're getting quality. Bear that in mind when I say this is £288 on the San Martin official store. Yes, step up from the other watches that I have mentioned today, but I do like to include one more premium type of watch amongst that list. So that's the one for this month. San Martin always coming up with the goods for me. Now, I said that I had an extra watch to show you. Now, I usually limit it to 5, and I make my notes and you know, all this type of stuff. I made that last night to show you all. Well, not to show you it all, I don't usually show you, but to produce this video for you. And then the strangest thing happened today. I was grabbing my lunch break and I was looking at my phone, which means I was looking at watches. And I came across this really interesting piece from a brand I haven't heard of before, with a movement that I don't expect to see on AliExpress very often. So, this one is from a brand called SIRI. Now, I haven't heard them before or seen them before, but they are available on a store that I have used a couple of times in the past. That is the Taihi Sunglasses store on AliExpress. Don't let that name fool you. I know sunglasses are a completely different male accessory. However, this is a watch. Definitely a watch. This CNE is actually packed with a Miyota 9015 movement, and we know that that's a quality movement. It keeps really good time, high beat movement, and it's used by so many micro brands nowadays, like so many micro brands that like to produce a more premium watch, move above the NH35 movements. They use that movement, and you know what? I've never had a complaint for it. For someone who isn't the biggest fan of Miyota, I'm stumped. Great movement. Now, this one is referenced as a rectangular business watch. I think I'm going to call it Frenchie. This is the SIRI Frenchie. Now, it has embossed on the dial there the Arc de Triomphe and the Eiffel Tower in a lovely sort of sandpaper type of effect, almost premium paper type of effect on that dial. We have some very Art Deco style hands, and it does come in that tank style case. Now, I know a lot of people are a big fan of the Cartier tank, so I think that this one could be a little bit of a goer for some people. Now, it is priced pretty well up there. I believe it's around £190 on that store. That's from what I saw today when it popped up on my feed. Now, I think that could be a really good piece for people who want a nice automatic, more premium dress watch. Now, I'm kind of tempted by it, I'll be honest. One thing that has held me back is the fact that I've never heard of the brand before, and that kind of fills me with a little bit of hesitation. So if you really want to see it, like very much so, I need a lot of comments on it. I really like it. I really like the tank myself, so that's what's really vibing with me. But with it being an unknown brand and a very Chinese sounding brand, the name puts me off a little bit, and the fact that I don't know the brand. So yeah, I need a little bit of convincing. If you'd like to pick one up, it is in the description there. Do be aware I have never reviewed that brand before. I have used the store before. I do know that it is trustworthy. I've bought watches from them before, and funny enough, from the Tai sunglasses store, I have bought a set of sunglasses. They were alright too. So those guys have got my vote. Guys, I hope you have enjoyed my 5 watches I'm watching on AliExpress this month. The one that turned into a top 6 instead of a top 5. But the more watches, the better, right? Thank you for watching this one, guys. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out, and you'll get to see so much more great content. You'll get to see so much more content. I can't promise it's great. It's me, sat here, looking at watches. It's pretty much it. Sometimes I go outside. If you'd like to pick up any of the watches that I have mentioned today, they are all in the description. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.